Hi, I'm Judy Kimsey. I'm the director of the Van Alstyne Public Library, and we're excited to take you on a video tour of our facility. We are in a non-conventional, still metal corrugated building, as you can see, and we are in an unlikely configuration, which is an L. These are our front doors that we're about to go in. We are oriented, actually occupying two corners, which are the corner of Dallas and Cooper Street, and then Highway 5, which is one of the main drags through town, and Cooper Street. So, come on in, let's take a tour. This is our foyer, and in our foyer is a small seating area, and then we have Friends of the Library have a small book sale cart here. To the left, as you enter the foyer, is another fundraising portion offered by the Friends of the Library. We laughingly call this the Giving Tree. And as you can see, this was, you can buy a leaf or a book placard for varying amounts, and all that goes directly to the Friends of the Library. This was called Club 35 at one point when the library turned 35, and then we moved that to call it Club 50 after our 50th birthday, which was in 2020. As you continue through the foyer into the east wing of the library, what you're facing directly are two racks, which we place our new release books as well as any special displays. As you can see with the House of the Dragon. Directly behind that is the entrance to the men's room. We have a small reading nook with a Keurig and coffee area to our left with our local newspaper. Moving a little bit further into the body of the library and looking down, this is going to be looking due west through, I call that the east wing, and this is our west wing, my correction. Looking down through our west wing, and this is quote unquote the new part that was built in 2006. The original part of the library was 1972, and that is the east wing, and we'll look at that one next. But looking straight down the west wing, due west, you notice the two wooden tables and the metal cabinets to our right with the, let me throw this. This is a microfilm reader and printer that's hooked up. So this is our genealogy area and local history area with our microfilm reader. The tables are for use for anybody that would like to come and study or hang out. We have a lot of students and tutors utilize these tables, and of course the newspapers, yearbooks, local history items. People sit and do genealogy research here. Let's continue down the west wing and take a look at what else we have. On the right is, we still have a DVD collection, even though, of course, circulation has been dwindling rapidly over the last few years, and is probably something we'll phase out. But the metal shelves here on the wall contain a smaller DVD collection, a much smaller audio book on CD, and then we have our adult graphic novel collection. We have just 4 PC or desktop PCs available. This has been cut down from a large fleet of about 17 over the years, and it's simply due to the demand dropped, and the 4 desktop computers service our patrons quite nicely. Most people bring in a device and find a spot and do their studying and work. So moving down a bit further, these 2 items are study carrels, which we had converted. You probably recognize tables from the genealogy tables, and we had a carpenter friend of ours design some tabletop carrels that actually bolt. As you can see from the cords dropping out, that they are powered and have custom shelves built in, and they are used quite a bit. We knew that people wanted a quiet, more private area to do their work and job hunting, so these are used quite a bit. Continuing down on our right, we have our science fiction and fantasy section. The desk that you see kind of off in the corner is going to become part of our memory lab, which we just haven't figured out where to put it quite yet. So you can see from all our blank spaces going on that we kind of shuffle stuff around as we're able, trying to put these new services in. We are entering our young adult section, of which the CAPS grant is responsible for these super cool gaming chairs, and we do have a PlayStation that is locked away in our closet right now. Want to draw your attention to our most amazing, fantastic mural, which is a custom piece to this section. All the titles that you see in the mural were drawn from the titles in this section. We have a healthy graphic novel section within young adult, which circulates very heavily, and proud of this, that it is the size that it is, and it sure does draw a lot of reluctant readers. Our Marvel comics are separated out from the manga. This giant TV was actually donated by an enthusiastic adult gaming patron of ours, so we're really proud of it. It's quite impressive. But this is our young adult section, and is the northwest corner of our west wing. Coming out of the young adult section, we're going to cut over and look at our staff area and storage. This is a big mess, but the area in, let's see, this would be the southwest corner of the west wing. This is where our processing happens. We have a workstation for a full-time staff member. This workstation is for a part-time staff member who does our processing. As you can see, this is also where a lot of our storage is and supplies are kept. And this is the corner of the west wing, the southwest corner. The metal shelving, we're going to just come back down the wall, and the metal shelving that you see here, this is adult nonfiction. This was, gosh, weeded very heavily, and probably almost 50% of it we were able to do an inventory and a thorough weeding of this section, and during COVID, and when we were able to close our doors and do that. This shelving is just awful, and I would like to get a shot of this up here bin. And you can see we've got, brackets up here, and these brackets here, and the whole thing teeter-totters. And quite frankly, this was the better of what we had. The two others that comprise adult nonfiction are in much better shape, but this is what we've got. So I'm very much looking forward to seeing this go away. Let's see. This takes us kind of halfway back up the west wing. This large open area, you can probably guess from the signage and the decorations that this is what we're using for our children's story time. They got really big and well attended, so much so that we had to put a cap in place. We were having upwards of 60 and 70 children, and that doesn't count the adults, children only, and that is just a whole bunch of kids. So we put a cap in place and doubled the number of story times we offered. The interesting thing about this big open space is that it wasn't meant to be. This was not a planned thing, and then but a happy circumstance that left over from COVID. When we were able to close just for the 2 months, that's when we painted these walls, the green and yellow colors that you see, and we're moving a lot of things around in anticipation. We were created this space in anticipation of adult fiction shelving moving over into, and the call to reopen came and caught us off guard, and we were never able to get those shelves moved over here. And it's kind of a good thing because we use this open space, this programming space, every week, twice a week at least, when we host other programs like gardening classes and other presentations and meet the authors. This is the space that we use for that as well. So moving forward, the door to the right is labeled, and this is a janitor's closet. Go ahead and open it. And there's a sink here that we do use pretty frequently, but this is where our vacuum cleaner lives, and you can't see very well, but there's some shelves behind the door, and that's where our cleaning supplies are, extra paint, janitorial supplies, paper towels, toilet paper, so on and so forth. This is a mechanical room, or our server room, and you can see up in the corner, that's where our server is, and other technical things that I don't know the names for. Other mechanics. It's where we keep our PlayStation and the games. The server that houses our security system is here. Miscellaneous electronic equipment. Okay, coming around the corner. Again, we're right back where we started with our new racks and men's room displays. We're moving forward into, we'll cross into the original part of the building, which is 4,000 square feet. And again, that was built in 1972 and started as a variety and appliance store called Thule's Vision. This is where our circulation desk is located. It looks really super plain in here right now because it's only been a couple months that we got this brown paint behind the circ desk and down this wall, which we'll look at in just a moment. So then what we'll do is we'll move that way and on around and then coming down. How about that? Okay, so moving into, you recall this, the east wing, and moving around the circulation desk. We have a seed library here on your left. The director's office is behind these blinds. Staff cubicles are behind that, but we'll look more closely at them on our way by. We do have an Envisionware self-serve kiosk that was not planned to go here by the circulation desk, but again, never got to move everything we needed to move after reopening from COVID to get it in the spot we wanted it to. So it's just kind of been stuck here all this time. Coming this way, moving into the original part of the building, and the original women's restroom is still the women's restroom. What was the men's restroom in the original building turned into storage. And also this is a room that we, the Friends of the Library, use for their book processing. Let's take a look. This room happens to be very full right now. We haven't been able to make a storage run, so usually it's not this full of boxes. To the left here are some metal cabinets that I think are important because this is where we keep our arts and crafts supplies for story times. Some office supplies are here. Legos are in here. It's a mess right now, and we are very much need more storage. The ladies' restroom is here. This room was part of this room, and the men's room got new flooring as well as paint. We're still stuck with the weird colored tile and the dark colored metal stalls. The paint helped a lot, but and the flooring helped a lot too. But this is what we're working with now. Okay. This used to be a storage room. We won a grant from the Texas State Library and Archives for an adult computer class, and we were able to add the overhead projector, and also we have sound here. The conference room table and captain's chairs were our Chamber of Commerce were updating theirs, and so we had our carpenter friend that did the study carols resurface this for us, and it's just a beautiful table. But we've turned this into a meeting room that is available for the public. Coming back around to the right, get the lights on.
Yeah.
You got it?
Yep.
Then we have a kitchenette, and the stove does function. It has have a full-size refrigerator. So this is where staff can take breaks, keep their lunches. People using our meeting room can have their drinks here, snacks, things like that. I actually do use the stove to make hot chocolate and popcorn and things like that, and boil water for hot dogs. So we've actually used the stove. Extra seating along the wall. This door labeled fire exit, that actually goes into, we talked about the building being in an L configuration, and that is an entrance to what used to be the main parking lot. And now, because our front entrance reoriented to the new part of the building, and that went up in '06, then this became a staff entrance to this area. This door is a second entrance into the director's office. All right. Standing here looking down the main body of our east wing, this is the original building that we started with. As you move down into, you'll see the double windows where the main entrance used to be. But looking down, what you're looking at is, on your right, we've got 2 staff cubicles right here next to the director's office. We have a die cut machine right there. Moving, looking further down into that corner, the northeast corner with the blue geometric shapes, is the bulk of our children's area. Behind this little tower of balloons, this entire rack front and back are a small Spanish section, which is board books all the way up through adult nonfiction. And then to my left is a double-sided case, and that is our juvenile nonfiction section. Looking to the left, the tall wooden cases, this is are the 5 adult fiction cases that we're supposed to move over into that big open place where we're doing our programming. These are the cases that shelves that never made it over and have stayed in the section. So the idea was to move these 5 tall adult shelves into that area and then translate the open space from there to here, opening up this entire section for children's. So let's head down a little further. Okay, as you come around the corner and kind of clear the Spanish section, you're able to see that we have 3 tables, child height tables set here. We have crafts available for them to sit and use at all times. On the bar that's sitting here with the colorful stools, right now with being closed, there's usually iPads in these cases that are open. The iPads are out, A, being cleaned, and B, being charged. So right now they aren't in their cases. You can see that we have arts and craft supplies there. The 2 windows that right there you can see out, and that is the main highway going through. Between the 2 windows was where the main entrance used to be, and got closed off in 2006 when we added the other wing, the west wing. So moving on through, this is, we've got a couple of discovery packs in-house where you see the laminated hooks, or the laminated pictures or graphics under the hooks is where the other discovery packs that are all out right now. So all that's here. We have a puppetry, and we also have an in-house little greenhouse that we're having cuttings. We sprout seedlings, and people can come by and pick up the sprouted seedlings, and that has proven to be really popular. Here by our space guy, our standy space guy, and our Space Monkey. All of this is supposed to be our STEM kits, and again, it's hard to visualize because a lot of them are checked out most of the time. So, but this is where we have our STEM kits. So we have our pictures of STEM kits here, and usually there's more STEM kits available here. So, moving around, coming more deeply into the children's section, just looking at how we have things arranged. We have a charging station that, again, is a little bit askew because things are out of their kiosks being charged and cleaned. Have board books in this section, things arranged by basket by author. Easy books are start or end here on my right and then wrap around this wall. We have our 2 to 4 section, chapter books, Disney books. We have a nice carpet. These beanbag guys are super duper popular and have adults, maybe as many adults as they do kids, stacked out on them, which is really fun to come around the corner and see a whole family stacked out on the floor reading. And so yeah, those are used quite a bit. The bench is used quite a bit. Looking around our collections, we have pulled out here on a shelf to my left. Sweeping around to complete the children's section, this double-sided wooden shelf is juvenile fiction, I should say, JFIC, and that is front and back. And it is tight, so we are outgrowing our shelf space. The cases, the 5 tall wooden cases, with the exception of this one, all house adult fiction. Large print on both sides of this tall one, Christian on one side of the next one over, Western on the other side, and then the remaining that wrap around the wall, and then these 2 are adult general hardback fiction. We got rid of all of our paperbacks within the last year. So the stacks are here. And that is adult fiction. Looking down the wall, this entire wall had had paperbacks, and the paperbacks were subdivided into genre, romance, thrillers, and general. That was it. And this entire wall was taken up. And once we got the shelving and all the paperbacks taken care of, then we were able to get a nice fresh coat of paint on the wall. So this entire wall opened up just within the last 3 months, isn't it? Yeah? Yeah? Okay. We took advantage of our new wall space, and these are summer reading winners. This is kids that broke the 900 mark. These are our kiddos that hit the original goal of 300. And then these are the kiddos that are superheroes that hit the 1500 minute mark. And all of these kiddos are eligible for the grand prize drawing, which will happen next week, right? Yep, okay. Okay, so coming back down. Coming back down, we end our tour here at the circulation desk. Our building is a non-traditional building, and we certainly surprised every one of our new patrons. They just don't know what to expect. Can't believe there's a library here, and then they come inside and it's a whole new world. So that's kind of a cool thing, but sure would like to wow them even more by getting a sensical transformation in place and to finish a project that has been on my to-do list and a heart's project of mine for, golly, at least 4 to 5 years. So super excited to meet you in person. Any questions, give us a call.